A very good evening to you all. Thank you for watching us on UBC Television. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, and this is your 8 o'clock news bulletin for the day 17th of February 2020. For the Wadulo staff. Blames the anomalies on poor quality of both technical and political.
Just off the road leading to Serere is Sorot Avenue. It is one of the streets filled with activity in the recently created city of Soroti. What welcomes one here is the stinking atmosphere caused by stagnant water and irresponsibly littered polythene waste. Residents say they are just a few moments away from contracting ailments associated with poor hygiene.
This particular part is flooded, has been flooded for a very long period of time. When we consulted the authorities, they said the channel is blocked from there, from in front there. But we are wondering why it cannot be opened. Secondly, moving around the city, Soroti has become one of the dirtiest cities in Uganda, and we don't understand what is happening.
It is said that 5 years ago, a primary school pupil drowned and died from here. The body was found meters away, which prompted authorities to construct a wire mesh within the drainage channel. This, they say, has since caused a blockage.
When the kid fall there, they found a dead body down there. So they decided to block that thing. But if they see, let them remove that net, that wire mesh there. That water will flow down under the street. We have tried every effort. We have worked with the Uganda police force to try to clean this city, but the authorities have let us down, and it is a shame for us.
Not even recent concerns from the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda and other leaders have seen the authorities act.
And the acting governor Bank of Uganda came and commented about this, but these people seem to have deaf ears.
The anomaly is blamed on what some people say is poor leadership.
What is really the problem in Soroti? Is it leadership? Is it lack of money? But if it is lack of money, then we don't understand where the money that is sent quarterly goes. But surely, this is a very bad picture, and it boils down to the quality of leadership we have in Soroti.
To answer to these questions would be the technical and political leadership of the city. Unfortunately, our repeated phone calls to both the town clerk and the city mayor went unanswered. Henry Okrut, UBC.
And in more news, the Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, has tasked Butaleja district leadership to utilize the available media platforms in educating its masses about malaria preventative measures. She revealed that the different government interventions in eliminating the disease, the district has remained a disease burden, pegging it on inadequate knowledge on the disease prevention methods. This was during a support supervision monitoring tour aimed at evaluating and improving the quality of service delivery within the health sector in Bukedi district.
In attempt to strengthen the quality of healthy services in Bukedi sub-region, the Ministry of Health has kicked off support supervision visits in a number of healthy facilities in the sub-region. While in Butaleja district, the team visited 7 healthy facilities that include Busolwe Hospital, Budumba Healthy Center 3, and Mazinansa Healthy Center 3, among others, purposely to assess the quality of service delivery in the health units. Led by their minister, Jane Ruth Acheng, the team discovered that despite several government interventions put towards malaria prevention, the district is still overwhelmed by malaria cases.
Most of the cases we are seeing are malaria and high blood pressure. And this tells you that the prevention system is still a little weak and needs to be strengthened. So my appeal to the entire district is they need to utilize the media more, both the print media, the radio stations, the televisions, to talk to the population.
This is Busolwe Hospital, where government, through partnership with Spanish government, has injected over 37 billion shillings to renovate the facility. The team was pleased with the renovation work, confirming its completion by March this year.
A good job is being done by both Excel Construction and the UPDF. And we are hopeful that by the end of March, they will be able to hand over the hospital to the Ministry of Health, and the hospital will continue to serve the population.
With the entire facility under renovation, the district leaders are optimistic that this will enable its upgrade to a regional referral hospital.
Now that the construction is almost reaching its final conclusion, they should consider us and give us an opportunity to upgrade the status of our hospital from a general hospital to a referral regional hospital. Because we qualify at the moment, given the population, given the demand from our neighbors and us, the landlords. And also we would like to request government to offer us a nursing school attached to the hospital.
We are now over 400 people, according to the census of the last 10 years or 10 years or so. We were 400,000 people, residents of Butaleja. And now I believe with this census, which is going to be conducted, you'll find that the number must shoot to 500,000 or 600,000. So that number alone of Butaleja is enough. But remember, when it is elevated to a regional referral, it means it will be serving the entire 7 districts of Bukedi sub-region. So that includes Tororo, Busia, Budaka, Kibuku, and Palisa.
Among other findings the ministry came up with include misuse of drugs at the lower healthy facilities and stalled works under health sector. Irene Faith Nantongo, UBC News.
The Deputy Speaker of Uganda's Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has been elected East Africa's representative on the Bureau of OSCP's EU Parliamentary General Assembly. This was at the 64th session of the OSCPS held in Luanda, Angola.
Uganda's parliament has continued to stretch beyond borders with the latest news of election of the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayebwa, as a representative of East Africa to the Organization of the African, Caribbean and Pacific States European Union General Assembly.
The Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, Honorable Thomas Tayebwa.
Tayebwa, who was elected during the 64th session of the OSPS parliamentary meeting in Rwanda, Angola.
And the major issues we shall be focusing on will be on implementation of the Samoa Agreement, which has replaced the Cotonou Agreement that had been running for over 20 years. We shall be engaging strongly with the European Union on issues to do with climate change, gender parity, energy transition, human rights, and peace and conflict resolution, and democracy, which are cornerstones of the international framework.
Tayebwa will be representing Mauritius, Seychelles, Djibouti, Comoros, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda and Burundi.
But most importantly, I will be a voice of the Global South on these issues, whereby we shall ensure that indeed unfair trade practices and unfair trade restrictions which are coming from our big brothers in the European Union are negotiated on fair ground and on fair terms. And then also the issue of the energy transition, whereby the European Union has been pushing us so much
especially we from the global south, the undeveloped countries, that we ditch our traditional energy methods. It's an issue where we must negotiate properly on transition clauses in as far as energy issues and renewable energy is concerned.
Martin Peters Owino, a Kenyan Member of Parliament, hopes Tayewa will ably represent their interests.
Today we are so happy that we have elected our able Deputy Speaker of Uganda, Honorable Thomas. We know, following how he has been representing or deliberating in these sessions, he's a very forthright and decisive guy, and I know he's going to represent us well. Even though our partners may be taking this opportunity to divide us into region thinking we will be weaker, I think with him heading the East Africa regional section, we will be much stronger. And
key among his pledges is to stand firm on issues regarding the African continent.
Now with Uganda being the chair of NAM, with Uganda being the chair of G77 plus China, and with this, it means that the issues that we must be looking at as a country are from an African perspective, not only from our country perspective.
we want him to bring us together, first of all, communicate effectively, that we may discuss issues before it comes to the floor when we have the sessions.
In Angola, Tayewa was in company of opposition chief whip in Ugandan Parliament, John Baptist Nambeshe. The OACPA-EAU Assembly brings together an equal number of elected MPs from the African, Caribbean and Pacific ASCP states and members of the European Parliament. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
The NRM spokesperson, Rogers Mulindwa, has visited Luwero to talk to leaders who cited various issues such as lack of services to people as some of the reasons for the party's decline within the region within the 2021 general elections. Luwero district performed poorly except for 3 constituencies. Now, even at the lower level seats in those areas, many were lost to the opposition. NRM national spokesperson Rogers Mulindwa said that the COVID-19 pandemic affected their planned programs such as the registration of NRM supporters. Mulindwa, however, said that this time the party will be very careful as only to register those genuine party supporters, and others will not be allowed to register.
Was basically to interact with the people in my parish. This is the parish where I hail from. So I wanted to get to know what are the challenges our people are facing. I have had an opportunity to learn from them that during the 2021 general elections, there were issues, especially when it came to the voter register of the party. Some members claim we are left out, others claim they had strangers on the register. So I have pledged and I have promised to them that as a party, we are going to make sure the membership registration is conducted on time and the voter register is extracted from the membership register on schedule so that that register gets back. People look at it, verify and confirm that those are the members they want that register. Unit of a parish, a unit of a home, and we start looking at ourselves as a sub-county. The parish where I am, government has given us at least 2 secondary schools. We have Kasala as a government secondary school, but we also have Nalong under construction. Over 3 billion of Uganda shillings are coming to that school. So we must appreciate that. At least we have got power. Some people may not be able to take this electricity into their homes, but at least there is, you can see there is some life in the village. So we now have to work on the levels of education, get to a level where I want to be. If I come from the same parish, the PS of the Minister of, PS Vice President's office comes from here. And we have so many other big shots that are coming from the same area. What will happen after us? We need to see the young people coming behind us so that they can take over the positions we are holding today.
Civil society organizations championing advocacy for rights of children have called for concerted efforts in the fight to eliminate child labor across the country. Now, this follows reports of overwhelming numbers of school dropouts manifesting in low turn-up for national final examinations as compared to those who actually register for the SEM. Dorcas Kimono reports.
Uganda made moderate advancements in efforts to eliminate the worst forms of child labor. However, the registered progress keeps fluctuating despite existing laws and ordinances that prohibit employment of children in hazardous work, including activities such as working in rock quarries and restaurants, collecting and selling scrap, and domestic work.
Child labor is any work that is hazardous to the life of the child. Child labor is any work that stops a child from attending school if it is school time. And child labor is any work that is not age appropriate.
Child labor has different definitions. It's not always easy to recognize. But what is important, if you don't address child labor, children are not going to school. And education is important to develop the nation.
It is against this backdrop that civil society organizations like the African Network for the Prevention and Protection Against Child Abuse and Neglect, APCAN, have renewed efforts to advocate for total elimination of child labor.
The government needs to address this problem as an investment strategy, because when you build their capacity so that they earn in future, they end up in education, finish the all education levels, get jobs, or start their own jobs, become productive, then they will become a resource to the government, an asset to the government, but not a liability.
This further suggests for the creation of child labor-free zones, the area-based approach tried and proven to be the best solution to child labor in many countries.
It's been actually developed within India. It's been working there since now 20 years at least. So they have been implementing child labor-free zones. But it's also been done within Ghana, where you work from area to eradicate child labor in that area, with a focus on education, a focus on enhancing income, creating social awareness.
Yes, that's what we want to have, but it needs concerted efforts, and we can attain it because some third world countries have gone through that, have attained that level. If they have, why not? It's the mindset. If we put our resources together, concerted effort, then we can have also Uganda declared a child labor-free zone. It is an attitude that can drive us there.
According to the 2006 Uganda Employment Act, the minimum age of workers or employees working commercially is 16 years, although the same act permits that children over 14 years can be employed, but only for light work, and this should be under the supervision of an adult who should also be at least 18 years and above. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO of Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour foam? Yes, we packed. It will protect your skin from skin rashes. More with pack. It is a new improved more with Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a more with Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the scent. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Harbour Jelly and Harbour Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit all day confidence. The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
Hi, my name is Dennis Masindo Nyango, former Uganda Cranes captain and goalkeeper. My kind of a tank at home is a Crest tank. I use it at the farm and at home. I recommend it for everyone.
Are you a parent or guardian looking for a good and affordable school for your child? Look no further. Mandela Senior Secondary School Hoima is the answer. It is a boarding mixed senior secondary school offering arts and sciences. We have good science and computer laboratories, a fully stocked library, and registered with the Ministry of Education and Sports with the center number at an affordable fee structure for every parent. To register your child with Mandela SS in Hoima for the year 2023, call 0772 411 921 or 0771 850 217. Mandela SS Hoima, caring to achieve.
The energy of this land comes to life in dreams and memories. It lights up in these nights and leads us to new horizons. It pushes us to go further and see bigger. The energy of this land comes from here. It comes from Africa, and it vibrates in each of us.
Empowered by Africa.
Oryx Lubricants, powered by Africa.
Welcome to Dade Nazarene Primary School, Luzira, a school that gives your child a positive learning environment that makes them feel comfortable and safe. We are a progressive year-round Nazarene Primary School, providing a child-centered approach to early learning, collaborative family atmosphere, and a safe, inspiring environment that encourages exploration and creativity. Dade Nazarene Primary School offers a wide range of co-curricular activities that promote teamwork, physical and mental development, including ballet, soccer, basketball, piano, and home economics. Admissions are in progress from baby class to P7, starting from the 8th of January to the 5th of February 2024. Find us at the first left turn after Oryx Service Station towards Luzira.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Now, into the world of business. Wakiso Cat Farmers and Dealers Association, an umbrella body for cat or Mairunji as commonly known. Farmers have appealed to their members to remain calm as leaders try to meet their respective authorities to address their grievances over the just signed Act on Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Control Act of 2023. Now, this act prohibits the use of many substances including cat, commonly known as Mairunji. Details in this report.
This week, Kat or Mailunji farmers in Kasenge Village, Chengela Town Council, Wakiso District, expressed their displeasure to the President over the signing of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Control Act 2023. With the fear of leaving them jobless, Wakiso Mila Cat Growers and Dealers Association leaders have called upon all cat farmers to remain calm as they engage government to discuss this matter.
We are going to our members, telling them to keep calm as we are pursuing the president to reconsider the decision.
Chetulizaako tugenda kusinkana omukulu Kayindo Tafiire. Tugenda kumusinkana tumwanjulire tumubuulire ensonga zaffe.
Let the government first come and make research on the ground. Because for us, we are here, we are contented with our science. We made the research from the different laboratories of Uganda.
In an interview with UBC, the General Secretary of the Association, Aloysius Kagugube, said that although they are in greater fear of losing their source of income, they have arranged a meeting with the Minister of Internal Affairs to address their grievances.
We are still needing to the president petition to reconsider. We are asking the president to reconsider his decision and remove cat from the prohibited plants. Take the bill back to Parliament, and we are asking all parliamentary members of Parliament to reconsider our case.
The leaders urged government to use the scientific evidence presented to Parliament, proving that cat is not dangerous to consumers.
This is our research. We have distributed this to all members of Parliament before the bill was approved and taken to president. We went and met the sector, the Security and the Internal Affairs Committee, and we submitted all this.
Guno mulimu munene nnyo kubanga amayirungi gatutte emyaka gagenda mu myaka 5 n'okusoba okuva ligatandika okulima wano mu kitundu naye ng'ebyemabega gali mu myaka 7 naffe tugenda okugalaba kubanga kati nze gwolaba n'akamala emyaka 32 nga nnima amayirungi.
An appeal went to President Museveni to review this act and find a win-win solution to this problem. With help of government, cat growers intend to set up a factory to add value to their crop.
To construct a green tea factory here in Uganda with the help of government, like it is in Kenya. And we add value, we process poultry feeds also from these leaves, and other added items. They are also shown here in this book of this research book of ours.
According to the association, more than 8 million Ugandans directly or indirectly engage in cat activities and have significantly benefited from it.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erunganisibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Thank you. Hello, Eric. Come and see my new home.
Are you looking for the best quality paint for your dream home? Be part of the new revolution with our Global Paint Silk Vinyl that gives you beautiful, shining interior walls, as WeatherCoat gives you never fading and strongly guarded walls against bad weather conditions. Located along Namavi Industrial Park, Global Paints, a reliable product.
And right into the sports news, Uganda Netball Federation's athletes and administrators have benefited from a day-long anti-doping workshop. It was organized by Uganda Olympic Committee's Medical and Anti-Doping Commission. Such workshops that will benefit all federations and to come out at a time when Uganda's global success in sports has raised questions with the World Anti-Doping Agency classifying us as B-class.
As the world continues to lobby for free and fair sport, Uganda Olympic Committee and government have started interesting stakeholders into anti-doping lessons.
What prompted this was the increasing number of doping cases that are coming up in the various sports, because people want to gain an advantage over the other players in participation and in excellence. So it has come to our mind that we need to advocate this into our athletes so that they do not use the methods and the substances that are illegal, because this will lead to penalties that are going to cost the nation and a decline in sport as well.
The latest to benefit have been athletes and officials from Uganda Netball Federation.
Because in most cases, whenever we get out there for games, they just come and call us like to deal with the doping, whereby most of the players, they don't have much idea or knowledge about this. Sometimes even it can scare them. At least today we have really got a lot, and we have really got a lot of knowledge how to deal with it. In case if one has been called for anti-doping, this now we know the steps or whatever is being going to carry on in this process.
Focus was on the anti-doping rule violations, like what exactly doping is, knowledge about the prohibited substances, plus how one becomes guilty.
Let's all become compliant by learning, then also to the media to pick interest on this education, because it's very, very important that it goes out to the public. Where we young children below the age of 18 that are more guided by parents. So sometimes we give some of these substances without knowing that they are prohibited.
Federations like rugby and swimming have benefited from such workshops, with a Federation of Motorsport in Uganda expected next, and many others in the queue. Plans are on to save Zone 5 countries like Uganda the burden of sending samples to South Africa and Qatar, with Kenya the likely home for a World Anti-Doping Agency certified laboratory.
And that brings us to the end of the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Up next is the weekly business roundup, where I am the host, where we'll share with you those stories that made news within the week in the business sphere. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold. Please enjoy the next show.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.